What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Friday, April 26th, 2024, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 0001 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from Eastern Europe and from the Middle East. So I told you guys earlier today and yesterday that Ukraine was planning a massive strategic strike on Crimea, and the purpose of that would be to boost Ukrainian morale and to slow down Russia's offensive this summer by putting pressure on Crimea. Well, we now have some major breaking news coming in from the New York Times stating that the Pentagon allowed Ukraine to use ATACMS missiles to strike targets in Crimea. This was reported by the New York Times, and the U.S. gave the ATACMS missiles secretly to Ukraine a few weeks ago, and these missiles have a range of 200 miles. A defense official said during a Pentagon briefing that the goal of the new long range ATACMS is to put more pressure on Crimea, which is the center of Russian air and ground forces where Russia had a relatively safe haven until now. So, this is huge news, guys. Okay, the U.S. is giving Ukraine the green light to strike Crimea with ATACMS. Now, this could easily escalate into potentially a nuclear conflict or a conflict with NATO if Ukraine uses American and NATO weapons to strike strategic targets in Crimea. I'm not talking about a missile defense battery or some kind of small outpost. I'm talking about strategic targets like the Kerch Bridge and major military installations and headquarters. So this could cause a massive escalation. And there's a lot of indications that Ukraine is planning to strike Crimea around the time of the Russian Victory Day celebration, which is in early May. That's when Russia celebrates their victory over the Nazis in World War II. So we have to keep an eye on this. I do believe that a massive strike on Crimea is coming very, very soon. And I will be monitoring the situation, and I will go live 24/7 if necessary, just like I did when Israel struck Iran, when Iran struck Israel, and on Culinary Night. And the leader of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, made some wacky statements today. Here we have some video footage of him speaking at the Belarusian People's Assembly. And he talked about how Ukraine was potentially planning to attack Belarus. He said that there were 120,000 Ukrainian troops on the border of Belarus, and he said the chances of an incident were very high. He also claimed that the opposition in Belarus, his opposition, is going to try to seize control of a portion of Belarus and then bring in NATO equipment there to take control of it. He mentioned the Kobrin region of Belarus. He said they would seize control of that region and declare a new government, and then NATO would send in troops, basically like a separatist movement. Okay, and there are several parts of Belarus that have a large amount of Polish people. I don't know if he was referring to potentially Polish separatists in Belarus, but he also said that Belarus had no plans to attack Poland. He said, "We don't need this," obviously, because Poland has some pretty serious military prowess, and he doesn't want his military getting decimated. And I want to remind you guys that the Belarusian KGB said on Thursday that apparently they intercepted several drones that were launched from Lithuania and were heading towards the capital of Belarus, which is Minsk. Obviously, that's BS, but you can see where Belarus is going with this. Okay, they're setting up a war against Lithuania and potentially some combat operations against Ukraine. And he also said that Belarus transferred several battalions with full operational readiness from the Vitebsk region of Belarus to the border of Lithuania. He also said that Russia deployed several nuclear weapons to Belarus, and any attack on Belarus will be responded to with nuclear weapons. And Ukrainians of conscription age will not be extended the right to stay in Poland without a passport, and they may be deported, according to the Polish defense minister. So Poland is going to try to help Ukraine recover some of its fighting age men to be sent to the front lines. They're going to deport Ukrainian men of fighting age. And NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said that it's not too late for Ukraine to prevail. And what you're looking at here is a picture of a B 2 stealth bomber that was spotted over upstate New York near Syracuse, New York. A viewer of this channel sent me this picture. This person saw 4 B 2 stealth bombers flying over Syracuse at cruising altitude. So this is extremely unusual, guys. And we had 3 presidential doomsday planes airborne on Thursday. Here we have one that took off from Offutt Air Base, home of Strategic Command, and it went directly to DC. And then here we have another one that went from Offutt Air Base to Tucson, Arizona, probably to Davis-Monthan Air Base. They frequently go there for maintenance. And earlier today, we had a lot of nuclear war command and control planes and B 52s. We also have a B 52 airborne right now over South Dakota. We had several B 52s airborne today, plus the B 2 stealth bombers over upstate New York. We also had a combat Sentinel plane fly out towards the Pacific, which is very unusual. And that tells me that the U.S. is concerned about something happening in the Pacific. A combat Sentinel plane is a high priority reconnaissance plane for the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the President. So anytime they send one of these planes somewhere, it means that the highest levels of our government, the President, the Joint Chiefs, the DOD, National Security Advisors, National Security Council, etc., they want to get more detailed information about something. So potentially something could be going down soon in the Pacific, maybe a North Korean nuclear weapons test or something. And we have some unusual aerial refueler activity off the coast of LA tonight. 3 aerial refuelers here looping off the coast of LA. Here we have a Northrop Grumman RQ-4 Global Hawk patrolling the Black Sea. And over the last several days, there were several NATO reconnaissance planes and intelligence gathering planes operating in the Black Sea, which is why a lot of people think that something big is about to go down in Crimea. When that happens, I will go live, so make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have notifications set up. Click the bell icon down below and turn on your notifications. And Israeli officials are reporting that there was a significant incident tonight in the Golan Heights on the border between northern Israel and Lebanon, with Hezbollah claiming to have launched an ambush on an IDF convoy utilizing anti-tank guided missiles, artillery, and rockets, causing serious damage to at least 2 armored vehicles. There was also a massive fire that broke out in the capital of Iran today at a hospital. And there were massive airstrikes again by the Israeli Air Force against Hezbollah positions. This time it was in the Bekaa Valley of eastern Lebanon near the border with Syria. The leadership of Hezbollah said a few days ago that they're going to start striking deeper into Israel, up to 30 kilometers deep. So the situation is going to continue to escalate in the Middle East, guys, and I don't think the situation between Iran and Israel is over. We also have reports that the Houthis launched ballistic and or cruise missiles towards the city of Eilat in Israel, which is an important port city on the Red Sea. And apparently, a U.S. Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone was shot down over Yemen tonight. And what you're looking at here is video footage, supposedly, of this American drone getting shot down over Yemen. I believe this would be the second one shot down over Yemen since the war in Gaza started. And we have unconfirmed reports that the Italians have moved an entire F 16 squadron to Saudi Arabia, which is very serious. That obviously means that NATO is concerned about some type of a contingency in the Middle East. And so they're moving assets there. Okay, an entire squadron of Italian F 16s, which are nuclear capable. Okay, Italy is part of the NATO nuclear strike mission. Okay, Italian F 16s are certified to deliver the US B 61 gravity nuclear bombs. And if something were to escalate with Iran and Israel, those Italian F 16s could potentially drop B 61s on Iran and annihilate a lot of the bunkers there that are under mountains and a lot of the nuclear facilities. And a North Korean ship was spotted in China. It's thought that the ship contains weapons and ammo destined for Russia to use against Ukraine. And as dozens of pro Hamas riots break out across the U.S. at numerous universities, students and protesters have reported sightings of snipers today on rooftops at Ohio State University and the University of Indiana Bloomingdale's. Here we have video footage showing some of these snipers, and there's a massive fire currently destroying the historic Oceanside Pier in California. Here we have video footage of that. Very sad situation there. Massive fire. Check that out. And they're trying to put it out, as you can see. So hopefully they can put it out and save this historic pier. And here we have some video footage coming out of Florida from earlier this week showing what appears to be a massive mushroom cloud coming over the horizon. And I don't know what happened here, if the U.S. military did an offshore nuclear test, or apparently they were doing some controlled burns on some wildlife refuge. I have no idea. But what's interesting is last week I covered all the sub hunter planes that were off the coast of Florida, and they were looking for potentially a Russian sub off the coast of Florida, northern Florida. And now we have this video footage of this massive mushroom cloud coming up from the horizon in Florida. So I don't know what's going on over here. Thought I would just share that with you. Very, very interesting. And I want to just give a shout out to a fellow YouTuber, Prepper Dog. Check out Prepper Dog's channel. He's a great guy. He has a great channel. He puts in a lot of hard work, and he's got really good information. He's very down to earth, very humble. So check him out, Prepper Dog. You can find his channel by just typing in at Prepper Dog, DAWG, one word, Prepper Dog. Okay. And also, I want to mention a new sponsor for the channel. I'm very excited to partner with Cutting Edge Bullets. I've been using their bullets for years, and you guys have probably seen a lot of my ballistics tests, testing these bullets, doing various types of penetration tests. Well, now they have chosen to sponsor me, and I have a 20% off discount code for their entire website. And the code is NYPrepper, and I'll leave a link to their website and the promo code in the description below this video. But if you're a hand loader or a reloader, you like to make your own ammo, check out cuttingedgebullets.com. They make some of the best bullets out there. I've tested a lot of their solids for bear defense. And again, use my promo code NYPrepper to get 20% off. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I will be back tomorrow with more breaking news, and I'm going to be monitoring all these different areas of the world. If anything happens, I will definitely let you know. I'll definitely go live if anything serious happens, okay? So until tomorrow, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere. And this update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, My Patriot Supply is doing a discount on their 1 month emergency food supply. And to get the deal, you got to go to preparewithnyprepper.com, and the link is in the description below this video. This is a 1 month freeze dried food supply. It has a 25-year shelf life. Normal price is $237. They've dropped it down to $177. So that's a savings of $60. And it's all packed within 2 rugged, water resistant buckets. Free shipping is included. $177 for 1 month of food. Where are you going to find a deal like that? They also have a general store, and they're always running discounts in their general store on various prepping and survival items. They have everything from MREs, potassium iodide, to survival seeds. And to get to their general store, you got to click on the My Patriot Supply logo at the top of the page when you get to preparewithnyprepper.com. And you'll see when you get there, they have everything you can imagine. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get $60 off the My Patriot Supply 1 month emergency food supply. That's $180 for 1 month of food, free shipping included. The link is in the description below this video. And also check out their general store. They have everything you can imagine prepping and survival related, and they're always running various discounts there.